Hey, happy Friday. I thought today we would talk about goals and specifically how in the world to find your goals, to set goals when you have no idea what your goals are. So that was always me. I had no idea what my goals were, how in the world to figure out what they were, and how to define them and set them. So, this time of year, we are seeing people start to share goals all over the place. Pause there for a second. We see it here on social media. We see it on the news. We're hearing it from friends and from family. And, that can sometimes bring up feelings of maybe failure. It can bring up feelings of hope potentially. Maybe feelings of failure if you're like, gosh, there were things I was wanting to do this past year and it didn't happen. Or feelings of hope because you're like, okay, 2020, it's got to be better. But it can be tough too because we can get stuck in a place of comparison. Maybe you are seeing people setting goals and they are like, you're like, there's no way I can relate to that goal. Maybe you're seeing somebody like say, okay, my goal this year is to make $1 million. And you're thinking, I just hope to be able to pay for the groceries this week. That's just not a relatable goal. So it can sometimes, seeing that, set you into a place of why even set goals? It makes goals unrelatable, right? Maybe if you did have a tough year, when you're just plain feeling like crap, that can be hard to pull yourself out of that place to see hope for the future, to set goals. Or if you are feeling like, gosh, I just keep failing at everything I want to do, that too can be hard to pull yourself out of that place to see hope for like, okay, I will be able to accomplish something, or I can learn from those failures, and finding something positive in that to set a goal to move forward is a good thing for me. Or maybe you are somebody who you love setting goals. Maybe you love vision boards. Maybe you're feeling like 2020 was an awesome year for you. Either way, I believe that as humans, we are meant to always be improving. And there is a way for all of us to figure out what our goals are and to make them attainable, to make them relevant to ourselves. So how do we do that? How do we not stay stuck in these feelings of failure? How do we actually discover what in the world our goals are? And how do we not get complacent in a place of, well, I've done good enough? Especially right now with homeschooling. Okay, well, I've made it through homeschooling. I'm juggling work. That's good enough. I've done enough because this is just enough. I don't need any more. I've done good enough. How do we not get complacent in a place like that? I'll share a couple of stories with you of how I started to discover what my goals were when I was in a place of just feeling really, really stuck and had no idea what my goals were, how in the world to figure out goals. And I'd actually never even done any kind of goal setting before in my life. It started with sort of starting to figure out what my core value was with one of them. This was probably just over 5 years ago. One of my core values for me was, and I didn't give it the word like, this is my core value, but I knew this deep inside of me. So it was a feeling that I had deep inside of me, I had my son, and I just couldn't understand this concept of having my son, and then it was time to go back to work. I wanted to go back to work because I loved working. I needed to go back to work because I needed the money, but I didn't understand this concept of having a baby and having worked so hard to have him, because I actually went through infertility for a long time. And so it worked so hard to have him. And then you just give this baby over to somebody else to watch. I didn't understand that concept. Why do you have a baby for somebody else to watch them and take care of them? And so I was like, I was so baffled by that. But yet I was also conflicted because I was like, but I want to work and I need to work. But then the confliction went on because I didn't love what I was doing. I had been in this career in software for well over 20 years, but I never really loved it. I didn't have a passion for it. I wanted to do something where I actually made a difference in the world, where I was helping people, but I just didn't have the energy, the time, or the money to really go back to school and make a change to my career. So those core values, it started to change me into finding that goal for myself of the goal being, I want a career where I'm truly flexible, where I don't have to ask permission for time off to be with my son, at that time when he was younger, for doctor's appointment or different school events, or just to be home with him when he's napping. And now, same thing, school events, or now even homeschooling. I wanted that true flexibility. I also wanted something where I actually had passion for what I was doing. I wanted that career where I was making a difference in the world. I was helping people. And so that then became my goal, to find that. And then I found it. And my goal then started to become, okay, I'm starting this as a health and fitness coach, first as a hobby alongside my software job. And then I turned that goal into, so this goal continued to grow and evolve over time, stemming from my core values into now, how do I turn this into my full-time thing? So stemming from those core values of, I want it to be completely, truly flexible so that I can be there with my son, and I want to be doing something that fulfills my passion. So, I didn't have this bright, shiny goal to start with. I just had these deep-seated feelings. I was like, I want some true flexibility here. Why am I having this baby to just give him up, to not be able to be with him, to not be able to just be there whenever I wanted to be there? Another way that I found a goal in my life was, again, tapping into some feelings, some strong feelings that I had. So it stemmed from some chronic physical pain that I had, and some emotional pain that I had. So after I had my son, I was living in a really small town of about 1,000 people, and it was really crazy. Pretty much my entire group of friends, women, had babies at the same time, within about 3 months of each other. Some of us, it was within a few days of each other. And I saw all these women throughout their pregnancy having awesome pregnancies. They felt super strong. They had all this energy, and I didn't. And then after they had their babies, they bounced right back. They lost all the weight. They got all their energy back, and they were looking and feeling better than they ever had before. And I was not. Complete opposite. And, I just was feeling like crap. And I didn't want to be standing in the closet anymore, going through outfit after outfit after outfit, and coming out of there with nothing to wear, feeling like just uncomfortable in every single thing I put on, and feeling uncomfortable in my skin, and feeling that chronic pain. For me, it was in my back and my shoulders and in my neck, and just not being happy with my body and how it made me feel. And so those strong emotional feelings, those strong physical feelings, they turned into a goal for me. I tried so many different things, different diets that I tried, different workout plans I tried, but I was always piecing things together. I would Google different things. I would try this little workout that I'd see in this book over there. I was trying different things at the gym without an official program all put together. And I finally decided, okay, I'm going to say yes to my friend who's inviting me to this virtual group, and I'm going to officially invest in myself. And I don't totally believe it right now, but I'm going to invest, and I'm going to commit to this 100%. And I did it actually to almost prove myself right. That, see, nothing works for me, but I did it to stick to hopefully get rid of those feelings. And it drove from a place of those feelings that turned into a goal of, I want to get rid of these feelings, this chronic pain. I want to get rid of this awful feeling that I have when I go into my closet. And I want to go get rid of this awful feeling I have of comparing myself with my friends. And that goal then flourished into actual results. So I want you to take a new approach to 2021. I don't want you to wait, okay? I don't want you to wait for that perfect, shiny goal. I don't want you to wait for the perfect time. I know you know that. I know you've heard that before. There is absolutely no such thing as the perfect time. There's always going to be something. Yeah, sure, there's a pandemic, but there's always going to be something else. Don't wait for the ball to drop. And I'm talking the ball on New Year's Eve. There's nothing extra special about January 1st. There's nothing extra special about that shiny ball that drops. Every day is special. You already know what you want. So whether or not you call that a goal, you call that a core value, you call that a feeling, you know what bothers you. You know what is important to you, and you know what you want. So you already know it. So I say, let's get started. We're already taking control right now in my virtual boot camp, and I invite you to come join us. I have in there for you some really great short workouts. We've got family nutrition in there and some awesome peer support. All of it is really perfect too for the holiday season because, yeah, it is a busy time right now. So I've got some perfect plans for you in there for that. And if you are like me and you're like, hey, I too want a career that is truly flexible. I'm looking for something where I am rewarded by helping people. And I would love to be a fitness and nutrition and health and wellness influencer, then my coach mentorship is open for enrollment as well, where I take you under my wing and I mentor you in how to do exactly what it is that I do. So I would love to have you join my awesome team. So if you would like to do either or both of those, please, I would love to chat with you more about those. Just go ahead and you can comment below in this video, or you can send me an email at Connie, CONNIE 77@gmail.com. And here's the thing. I just want you to stop saying things like you don't know your goals, okay? I want you to stop saying that you always fail. And I want you to stop saying, I'm good, because they're just excuses and they're not real. You are real and you are meant to always be improving. I hope that's really helpful to you today, and I cannot wait to chat with you more. So I will be seeing you all soon. Have a really happy Friday. Bye-bye. And we don't know how to stop the live videos anymore.